What are you doing in my swamp?
Hello everybody, this is Overboy and I'm going to be doing my review for Halloween Resurrection. So, this movie is the 8th movie in the franchise, 4th technically if you go by this timeline of stories, which is just Halloween 1, 2, H2O, and this one. And in this movie, they retcon the ending of the first one where when Michael got decapitated, they retcon it where he switched suits with an ambulance driver and stuff so that he could escape and everything. And we find out that Laurie decapitated an innocent man and she's put into mental institution. I think it's Smith's Grove. I'm not 100% though on that, but she knows that Michael's still out there and wanting to go after her, so they have her locked up, have her on suicide watch and stuff. And one night Michael shows up at the institution and goes after her and everything, and within like the first 15-20 minutes of the movie he kills Laurie Strode, and he goes to this other mental patient, hands him the knife, and walks off. He's pretty much like, I'm done killing. He doesn't say it, of course, because he doesn't talk, but that's pretty much what the movie was indicating. And then we find out a bunch of college students are going to be doing this documentary show on Halloween night inside Michael Myers' childhood home and everything. It's being done by Freddie Harris, who was played by Busta Rhymes, and they're planning on spending the night there. Little do they know that Michael Myers is still alive and living in the house and everything, and they start getting picked off one by one and everything as people on the internet watch the live stream event. And that's pretty much the story of this movie. I'm not a huge fan of Halloween Resurrection. I don't know any Halloween fan that actually likes this movie. I've never met one that have said that they actually like this movie. It's just really, really bad movie. It's easily one of the worst slasher sequels of all time. In fact, I think out of the Sinister Six franchises, which were Texas Chainsaw, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Child's Play, Halloween, and Scream, I would say this is probably the one that I would most likely have at the very bottom. This one or Texas Chainsaw: The Next Generation. I'll have to see when I rewatch that movie, but this movie is just really, really terrible. The cast in here are all pretty bad. The main character, Sarah, is okay. She's played by Bianca Kajik, or I don't know how to say her last name, but she's okay. I mean, but the character doesn't stand out or anything. She does the best she has to work with, but that's really it. And the rest of them, I didn't really recognize most of them aside from Busta Rhymes. And Tyra Banks has a small role in here as one of his assistants that watches the computers and stuff. She's okay, kind of wasted, doesn't have much to do in here. And Jamie Lee Curtis is fine in the 2 minutes that she's on screen, but really there's not much about this movie that I really liked. They gave really crappy ending to Laurie Strode's story, killing her off at the beginning of the movie. It was just like how they did with Jamie on Halloween 6. I absolutely hate what they did with her in this movie. And Michael Myers, he's not very good. Brad Laurie is easily one of the worst Michael Myers. He's not tough and everything. He gets beat up by Busta Rhymes, and it's totally against his character type. Like, Michael Myers is they just really disrespect his character and stuff in this movie, and don't like him. Busta Rhymes is unintentionally funny. Like, his acting is so bad that it's kind of humorous at times, but it also, he kind of gets annoying and stuff. Like the first few times I watched it, I kind of found him amusing, but this time around I just found it annoying and cringy, especially when he shows up and he says the trick or treat motherfucker. And I used to think it was hilarious, and sometimes I still do, but I also think it's really stupid the way when he does it and stuff, and when he does the karate noises and stuff, because he had earlier in the movie he was watching a Charlie Chin movie, or I think that's who it was, and he thought he could do karate on Michael Myers. He kick drops him through a window and stuff. It's just really stupid stuff and everything. And this movie, you can tell it came out in the early 2000s. Like this is definitely one of those time capsule movies that shows where it came from. Like Halloween 1 came out in 1978 and doesn't feel like a 70s movie. Like it feels timeless. You could watch it anytime and it doesn't feel dated and stuff. This movie does, though. It feels completely dated and everything, and it's just not a very good movie. There's not much else I can say about it. The kills, like I said, the kills suck in here. There's not any that I just watched this movie, and literally the only one I remember is Jen's kill when she gets decapitated, her head falls down the stairs, and Rudy's kill, because it's pretty much a homage to the Bob kill from the first movie. Those are really the only kills in this movie that I remember, and it just, I don't have much else to say about this movie. I really don't like it, and it's easily my least favorite in the franchise. It's the one that I always dread watching when I watch the movies and stuff. It's really bad. So I'd say I'd give Halloween Resurrection I'm gonna do something I normally don't do. I'm gonna give it a 0 out of 10. It's just a really, really terrible movie. There's not anything in here that makes me really say that it's worth seeing for. I mean, unless you're a completionist and want to see all the Halloween movies, and if you haven't seen them all, if you're a completionist and want to see them all, that's really the only reason to watch this movie. I only watch it when I'm watching the franchise altogether and everything. It's really all I can say. I just really don't like Resurrection. There's not much in here that's really that good. So let me know in the comments what you think of Halloween Resurrection, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody.